Hi everyone, this is Salvi with your VTuber news today. Before we get into the news, please hit the subscribe, like, and maybe even hit the bell notification icon, and let's get into the first story that we have today. Announcement: the Seto Miyako is graduating in a recent announcement here. Down here, they have the full translation, and I do have it also here. Let's see if their translation is the same as my translation. Let's take a look. Let's say, thank you very much for your continued support of the virtual live group Nijisanji and Nijisanji EN. We're pleased to announce, this always happens, like always, even on mine, it says the same thing. Pleased to announce that our affiliated live streamer, Seto Miyako, will be graduating from Nijisanji on March 4th, 2025. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to all the fans and people involved in the world for your continued support of Seto Miyako and her activities. Since her debut on January 28th of 2019, Seto Miyako has received support from many people for her unique choice of words and worldview. While many focusing on conversations with fans and game distribution, she has also demonstrated her strengths and made various achievements in FPS tournaments. We would like to express our respect and efforts in her activities and a sincere gratitude. As a result, the YouTube channel, fan club, X, and other social media accounts will be closed to the public with some exceptions from March 4th, 2025. So it's about a month or so from now, about 5 weeks or so. The sales of the content, just as goods and voice and recordings, will be gradually suspended. Fan letters will be accepted until they arrive on March 31st. Once again, thank you very much for your support and encouragement for Seto Miyako. Who is Seto Miyako? Seto Miyako is here. This is her. She did start in 2019. She's a female Japanese virtual liver. This is her look. This is her design. From there, a nice design, a nice simple design, as they tend to always have. She's been there for, as you can see, almost 5 years. Any inquiries regarding this matter, of course, you go to Nijisanji directly. This is one of the old guard. And she has, this is, of course, the Nijisanji, the actual direct Nijisanji one. This is my screenshot of the things that, you know, it transit into. And here is her Twitter account, along with her own response to everything that's mentioned here. It says, I have decided to graduate from Nijisanji at the same time as graduating from high school. If this is a good translation, then that means for 5 years she was there. She was there since, what, junior high? For about 4 years, maybe the beginning of high school, which is not unheard of in Japan, not unheard of in Hololive and Sayu, etc. But usually, as far as I know, they usually do it around 16, maybe 17 at the latest. So she was like, if this is a good translation, again, sometimes YouTube has weird translations. This is a good translation. Then yes, she was in there from high school. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try Deep L while I'm talking to you guys because I have my doubts. But this is a lot. Thank you so much for the past 6 years. I have a feeling something is different here. But even Deep L says high school. Even Deep L says high school. So if they've been there for 6 years, that means that they were a middle school student or junior high school student when they started, which I don't know. It seems weird. If true, then this is like severe minor stuff. This is like severe minor stuff. Like hiring of minors, I mean. Because usually, like, I think Hololive, the earliest, the youngest they went is 16, etc. For like Sora and others that were in high school, etc. Early days. The early days of VTubing did have a lot of that. I'm not going to say it's only Nijisanji. Hololive also had that when they recruited people. They were high school students. Not all of them, but there were some high school students that they got when they were recruiting in the early days. So this may not have been a crazy thing back then, but now who would they be getting in trouble for that? Holy moly, would they be getting in trouble for that? Just ethically and morally, it is not good to get someone that young. They've been there for 6 years. So high school is in Japan, I think it's a 3-year thing in high school. So they were barely getting into junior high. If this is true, graduating high school usually is 18. So they were 6 years, 12. They were 12. If this is correct. If they mean college, but they said high school, then that is something different. If they said college when they meant high school, when they said high school when they meant college, that means that they were about 16 when they started, and they're about 24 now. So I think this is a loss in translation, but I still needed to give you guys the full rundown of what it could be. This VTuber is honestly right when it comes to content creation in general. This is a little bit of a meme, and it does ring true for me, as you guys know. If you guys have been in any of my live streams, this rings very true for me. Now, is this accurate for VTubers? You have VTuber character is all badass. VTuber lore is also badass. The VTuber went streaming. special. Let's just call myself, like, I relate with this. Let's just say I'm special when I stream. Let's just say I'm special overall. So yeah, expectation, a villainous monarch queen who keeps an eye on the multiverse by having copies of herself be part of the story. Reality, scuff queen. Expectation, demon of sound, in a 1,000-year-old prison along with 4 other creatures that corrupt reality just by their presence. Reality, the reality is they're a soup demon. Expectation, eldritch being. Reality, artists whose streams are so comfy they restore sanity. So the expectation is that they take away your sanity. Well, in my case, they take away your sanity for all the scuff that I have. But then there's another thing. Kattarina Qutie, your fearless mafia boss, has a humongous update. If you don't know, they were hit with the, not necessarily ban hammer, but demonetization hammer for that fraud and deceptive practices, supposedly blah, blah, blah. That whole thing that happened to Brave Group and all these other people, it has happened a lot. She has an update. Now they're accusing me of scamming people. Do they really want a lawsuit? It's a real person, not an automatic bot reply. Hi, Kattarina. I hope all is well. I just got an update from our internal team about your appeal to monetize your channel. Let me share the details with you. Monetization on your channel has been disabled because we've determined that your channel does not comply with YouTube's partner program terms. As a result, your channel will lose access to all monetization tools and features associated with the YouTube partner program. Your channel is out of compliance due to scams, content that deliberately tries to mislead users for financial gain. Learn more about spam deceptive practices. You'll be eligible to reapply in 90 days. You can visit Creator Studio for more information about your status, including what you should do before you reapply. On January 15th, it was the first time that we knew that they had gotten the ban hammer, or at least the, like I said, the monetization ban hammer. It says, so it seems that YouTube is targeting VTubers for no reason, taking away the little revenue they have, and make ads and memberships. Oh yeah, they will not tell you what the issue is and will not give you a warning. So this was their whole thing here. They want the legal mindset to help her out. So I think she is actually going after YouTube, possibly for a lawsuit. Possible lawsuit, nothing set in stone yet. But this is because it is kind of, it can ruin your reputation. I don't know if it's tortious interference. It could be, you know, someone who knows a lot more about law can talk about this. But right now, it is very likely that she will get lawyers involved in order to get her monetization back, in order to prevent YouTube from doing this and pretty much saying, hey, you're a scammer, so that's why we're getting rid of you. It's not true. She's not. I've watched Kattarina Qutie stuff. None of the stuff that I've ever watched seems scammy or deceptive in any way. So this is a big news story that I did want to cover. Laynalazar, a New Zealand horror VTuber, has had a bit of an update on her health. She posted this on her Discord. It says, well, chat, we can finally breathe easy now. After a full x-ray, very cool, it was full 3D scan, and 2 specialists taking a closer look. Although there is a bone growth that can and may continue to grow over a long period of time, thankfully, it is benign. There was a concern that it was going to be a cancerous growth, etc., but it is a benign growth. We're just going to keep an eye on it, and if this is something that gets difficult to deal with, harder to swallow, etc., this is something in her jaw, in her face, they are happy to surgically remove it. I can't tell you how much I held my breath over these past 2 weeks, although I did my best to not let it completely take over my thoughts. It is something that always will. It always will. It's health, and it is a severe health situation. So of course it's going to take some scary moments. It's going to make things very scary for you. It does cross your mind the things in your life that are important and what you see in your future. That C word is a scary thing, and in moments your entire life may change. But to be honest with you all, I'm so lucky to have the opportunity to connect with so many of you. I have a wonderful community full of the kindest and most amazing people. I freaking love what I do, and the idea that I may not have been able to do it ever again, and feeling absolutely terrified about that, solidifies how I feel about where I am in my life right now, especially with you guys in my life. Thank you for everything. I will continue to give you my all. And once again, Laynalazar, luckily, the scare was just that, a scare. It wasn't a serious situation. The growth can still be a problem in the future, like she says, with swallowing or things like that. And of course, if it affects her quality of life, she will, from what it looks like, get it surgically removed. I do continue to wish for the best health for Laynalazar and all of you out there, of course. But Laynalazar, I'm very glad that you do not have the C word and that you are able to continue doing your amazing content. I have covered before how a lot of talents have moved on to Twitch, or at least using Twitch as a bit of a backup plan or what have you. So here we go. The bouquets, we did it after being demonetized for 7 months on YouTube. Alias Anono got it really bad. Yes, she got it the worst, like one of the worst ones. She was demonetized for 7 months. It's not, I mean, the others were demonetized period as well, or like their at least their memberships were removed and things like that. But she was demonetized for 7 months. And finally making a proper Twitch channel, we made it to partner. You guys realized I was partner before even I did. You all really made the first night so amazing. Thank you so much for supporting me and cheering me on. In addition to this, thank you so much for the senseis and the V4 girls for cheering me on. I'll do my best to make you proud. Bouquet love, V4 love. So yeah, she has been there. It says, congratulations, Alias, onwards and upwards. She made the best out of a bad situation. Like I mentioned, she was demonetized for 7 months for just, you know, YouTube reasons, either, you know, ASMR or other things like that. It ends up being stupid. I'll just be honest with you. It's dumb, but it does happen a lot. It says, I'm glad you finally had your monetization back. Wonderful that everyone could show how much we appreciate the work you've always put in. Especially fitting that this came right as you built your own custom mic just to elevate your content even further. I don't know how you can build your own custom mic. I might try that eventually. But it is amazing because Alias Anono is from Vtuber Meme, of course. They do a lot of content creation. They do a lot of things. And it was the ASMR, if I'm not mistaken, that did get her demonetized from the whole thing. But still, as we know, you could just be whispering and call it ASMR, have nothing bad, nothing against TOS, and it will get hit by the ban hammer a lot of times, which is not good. I don't like it. So I hate that it happened to her. I hate that it's happened to a lot of other Brave Group and other Vtuber Meme, other, you know, Idol, all of that kind of stuff. But hopefully it doesn't happen in the future. And hopefully she continues having a lot of success under Twitch, under her channel, under everything that she does. Arts is a good source for always taking a look and finding out about top female Twitch streamers or anything like that going on. You have, in the week of January, the 4th week of January, you have Ironmouse, Emidu, Zentreya, Bellarama TV, Miss Mika. I'll show them all to you here. You have 61 hours and 30 minutes being watched for Ironmouse. You have 14 hours for Emidu and 281k. This is, I believe, their follower counts as well. 14 hours, 54 hours, 402 hours. Based on hours watched, she streamed for 61 hours. And they got 511k hours, 14 hours, 281k hours, streamed for 54 hours, got 278k, etc., etc. So some of them got a larger percentage of hours watched, like multiples of hours watched from the hours that they streamed. So in the week, these are all the below is what they streamed, above is the many hours watched. You can see here, Michi Mochi V is also there. So we have some VTubers here. We have some VTubers here. We have some, a lot of Flesh streamers, of course, and they're all the top female streamers. So congratulations to each and every one of them. Congratulations to both the VShojo girls and any IRL streamers that are out there and were able to reach this very high peak. I spoke about this earlier, about Altair having his birthday and a lot of people showing a lot of love. Now we have even more people showing love for the leader. Even Liz and Sayu are cheering him on. It's incredible. Love all the people who are showing much support for this blue guy. Of course, we aren't giving up on you, silly. Over here, thank you, Your Majesty. Happy birthday from Ark as well. It's like I'm getting a lot of rest, which is good. Here we go. We have Kadi saying, you got this, man. Sayu saying, you got this, man. I was rooting for you. Of course, we'll always wait for you, leader. Take your time. Ben, a lot of mental health is important. Then, of course, they're just replying with, you know, lots of love. Gavis Battle as well is saying, you know, take all the time you need, Blue. See you when you get back. Hololive Memes, KFP Memesters there as well. Josuji Shinji is also saying, take time when you need to rest up and get back when you're fully recharged and ready to go. You have a lot of people saying the same stuff, just basically good that they're prioritizing their stuff. And it says, of course, I mentioned, I showed this one in the past, of thank you everyone for the birthday love. Although I'm not quite ready to come back to streaming, thank you for waiting for me. When I read your kind messages and feel your waving support, it really makes my heart feel warm and full. I'm doing a lot better now. Healing takes time, but thank you for not giving up on this little guy. There were some situations, I mean, we could speculate all we want, but one of the things was that they had been doing complaints earlier on just things that were happening within Holostars, the organization. Of course, whenever you have a huge organization, there are going to be managerial issues and things like that. They are working on it. and the fact that Bettel and Altair and everyone else in Holostars, whoever they may be, in this case Altair, can complain about what they feel is not right is a good step forward. It helps management understand what the heck is going on and hopefully fix it soon. It says Liz, being one of the very few Holo girls to not only interact with dudes, but also do so on a regular basis, shows what a class act she is. Sayu love as well. Glad people are showing love to the leader. And it says Sayu, Altair was there when Sayu was at her lowest, so she'll be there when he's at a low. Good karma, as they say. Even with hate, if a guy in shining armor is there, Sayu, of course, the lady will be there to show kindness back. Sayu is a warm individual as well, and I'm glad that they're both still in contact with each other. Is a duo, a VTuber duo in Japan that does, as you can see here, they do kind of a section, a stream, where they talk to various members of various YouTuber organizations. They talk to Raden over here and Bancho. They talk to Loon Loon and I forgot his name, I'm sorry, from Nijisanji as well. The two mascot characters from Nijisanji. I don't think they talked to the Shiba from Nijisanji yet. They talk to different people from Nijisanji, from other places, from Hololive, as you can see down here. They have a little talk show where they get to talk to very many people. Why am I talking about them right now, though? We're talking about them because the next guest on HimeHina Jikan is Laplus Darkness and Akami Karubi. I want you to come. The exchange between these two fighting is interesting, so I'm looking forward to seeing that happen. So another two, Laplus Darkness and Karubi, are going to be there having fun on their show. And this is wonderful for anybody. It's wonderful. Here's their main site that they have. These are the two that are a part of it. They do it in 3D usually, I believe. But having a guest in Live 2D is perfectly fine as well. I am glad when people do this. I'm glad when agencies are open to this. HimeHina is not small. As you can tell by what I've shown you, HimeHina's channel is 1 million subscribers. So it is not a small channel. And they have reached out and they've made good relationships with Hololive, Nijisanji, and other places, which is necessary for when you are trying to do anything of this sort. So that is a wonderful thing. I'm glad. And as I wanted to show you guys, this whole thing, I wish them the best. And I also wish the best to any future guests that they have in their show. Fake Type is a Japanese rap duo. And on their official channel, they have released a call-in with Tsunomaki Watame, who's also a person from Hololive and does singing and rap and stuff like that occasionally, just to have fun, and does cover a lot of songs and things like that. So right now what they did is they went and talked to Watame when they had What an Amazing Swing. It is a song from the album Fake Cover. The story behind its creation was revealed during that chat that they had. And of course, this is them. And you have Tsunomaki Watame, who says, "We had a discussion. Thank you for calling me. Congratulations on the album release too. I listened to What an Amazing Swing. It was just as expected. Everyone, please give a listen." So of course that is their full thing here. And they did have, this is them together. They had their own thing on this YouTube area here that I'm going to show you real quick.
タイプです。私がボーカルのトッパーマットキョウです。そして私がですよね。はい。そう。っていうくらい深夜カラオケ的なそういう配信とかもやってて、この人は多分音楽が本当に好きなんだろうなみたいな印象は持ってましたね。
そうだったんですね。
So they had that for them. And I do like that Watame was able to get this, and that Hololive is giving their talents so much more spread, so much more stuff. I do like this, and I'm glad to show it to each and every one of you guys. So congratulations, Watame, for being able to get this type of interview, this type of chat with Fake Type on their official channel as well. Welcome back, everybody, to the VTuber Showcase, the place where I like to showcase up-and-coming VTubers of various sizes, shapes, forms. We have Jelly VTuber here. Name is Jelly. And they are, of course, minors do not interact, that type of thing. So here is their channel. Let's take a look at some things that they have done. New variety, decision-based VTuber. Come hop in and see me make some terrible decisions. So it's a rabbit-based VTuber, as you can see here. New to variety discussion-based. See meeting new friends and wanted to be a part of a really awesome community. VTuber community is pretty awesome. Let's take a look at some of the things that they have here. Let's take a look.
It's about his own job. First, he imagined that
there's no TV
from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Mochi Crunchers.
Stop calling me out.
So there you go. A little bit of content from them. And of course, any other social medias that I have are going to be down in the description below. I do try to put them all out there for you. Do appreciate you being here. And thank you so much, Gelatin Jelly, for allowing me to showcase you on my channel. I do hope this helps you grow in some way. Thank you so much for watching. That is all the news that we have for today. Please let me know down below if you want to know any more news or if you have any comments regarding anything that you saw here, which I will try my best to respond to. I love seeing your comments down below. Of course, as well, like and subscribe to the channel. That will give you more information every single day. I do 2 videos a day, so hopefully you enjoy.